Hey guys, welcome back to the Positive Pulse podcast. I'm here with a very good friend of mine, Rylan. Govender is an entrepreneur. He's a young businessman.
What's
I met
up? What's
Rylan.
up?
Good to meet you, my brother. Yeah, I met Rylan at
What's
Rage
up,
Fest.
dude?
So good to see you, my bro. I met Rylan at a Rage
Good to be here.
Festival, a
Good to
Rage
be here,
Expo.
man.
Yeah, no. I met you at a Rage Festival 2022 or 2022. And Ryland and myself have grown
Yeah,
so much in
that
terms
was
of our
22.
friendship. We grew a fun bond.
Yeah.
A bond. I almost said bong. Funny. We
Mm.
grew a fun.
We smoke weed.
We do that. Let me not hide who I am because I know this is going on the internet. Anyways, yeah. It's so good to have you on another episode of Positive Pulse. So good to be back in the podcasting space. It's so good to be here. And today I just want to pick your brain and hear what's in the mind of yours, what you've been up to, what you've been going through, you know?
Yeah, as you know, I have my own podcast. It's called the Yappers Podcast. I don't know if you checked it out. Actually, I do know you've checked it out because you always comment on them. But yeah, man, it's good. I love being able to share my knowledge with a fellow individual who knows how to comprehend what I say. I struggle with my peers to have good quality conversations and actually get value out of the conversation. You know, most of the time it's just filler conversation, small talk. So yeah.
Okay, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you very much. And yeah, man. Yeah, do check out Rylan's podcast, The Yappers, on YouTube. Well, shout out your YouTube channel real quick.
Rylan Lives Life at Rylan's Life on all socials.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so before we started, when we did our false test run, you said that your podcast split up. What happened? I just want you to talk about that again.
Yeah, so my friend just didn't like the topics we're talking about. He felt like we are spreading the wrong message in terms of the way we are telling people what to do, but we are not doing it ourselves. He felt that we are we're not producing the right content in the eyes of God. That's basically what he said, and I have to respect him. Obviously, I have my my own beliefs, my own understanding, but I had to respect him. He's a friend of mine, and we grew very close, and I understood. He was doing it for me as a favor anyways. I thought it was our thing, but it was definitely mine. And it's okay. It's really not that big of a deal.
One thing I love about you is how emotionally mature you are, because that's low-key abandonment, if you think about it. But from your friend's side...
I really think so.
From your friend's side, I have an argument to present, because if you're preaching about being something, doing better, behaving X, Y, and Z, and you're not doing it, you know what to do, but you just need to go there. But also, there's a
upon it,
100%. But there's a reason why you're not doing it. It's because you actually don't want to do it right now. See, we view life in such a weird lens. We think in each season we must do what worked in other seasons. If I took cold showers, if I read my Bible 30 million times a day, then I need to do those things now. Otherwise, I'm a bad person. If I don't keep up with those habits, then there's something wrong with me. And that's not the way the life works.
Yeah.
In each season, you should change and adapt to according to how your life is going and how the situation is. What's your take on that? Basically, what I'm saying is I don't agree with what your friend said.
Yeah, basically that's what I got from that. I think, how do I say this? I generally think that he made a choice, and I respect his choice, because whatever altered his perception, because I believe that we all operate from our own perceptions of reality. Whatever altered his perception was altered his perception for a reason. You're saying? So maybe it's just, I generally just think like it happened for a reason. Whatever that reason may be, I respect them. There's really no conflict whatsoever.
That's interesting.
Okay. I did want to get more people on the podcast, so maybe in a way it opened the door for me to do that, But I never want to get rid of my bra. But I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, I
It
understand.
doesn't really matter.
So
But yeah.
before we went live, I asked you what Bible verse, what was the last Bible verse you read? So in Jeremiah 29:11, the King James Version, it says, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil,
Yeah.
to give you an expected end." A lot of people's favorite Bible verse, you see that in keychains, you see that in bookmarks.
Yeah.
Does this Bible verse resonate with you? Does it
In a
resonate
way,
with-
yeah. In a way.
Okay.
In a way. I've got a question for you.
Go for it.
I've got a question for you. What do you think? And this is going to go in pretty deep, right? You know me. You know me, right? This is like I'm gonna go deep immediately. What do you think are modern idols in our society? Because what do you think? Most people idolize, or what do you think? That's an idol that's taken a form of an idol for most people in this modern society.
Okay, first we have to define what an idol is. So an idol is something we consider to be of higher power, to contain power, and to disperse that power. It can be in the form of money, it can be in the form of wealth, it can be in the form of greed, it can be in the form of pride. There's so many forms of the same thing. The biblical representation of pride is wait, was it pride that you said? What was the
idols?
Idols, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, sorry,
The thought process I was coming. No, finish what you were saying.
Pride and idols are linked because it's thinking that you know better than God, so you run to this thing. But the biblical sense of an idol is betrayal. You're betraying the one who created you. You're betraying the one who made you. You're betraying the one in whom you were created in his image. And that hurts. God loves us fiercely.
Yeah. I think it's phones. I think we idolize our phones.
So that's another good example. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was thinking that you were gonna say. Maybe something along those lines, like maybe music, maybe social media. But for me, I think it's just straight up. It's the phone. The phone is what is the idol, not the apps. Because if you take away Instagram, people will still be okay. But if you take away the entire device, that's when their life starts to alter. And people are addicted to the device itself. That's where I was going with that statement and that question. But
that's so interesting because I am very much addicted to my phone. I can't leave it out of my pocket, out of my sight. It must be with me 24/7. Even like before I go to bed, I watch a few reels and I go to bed. Goofiest charge. And dude, it's so bad. I would not be able to function out my phone. It's like a third limb. On the Joe Rogan podcast, they talked about this and how difficult it is to actually stay away from your phone because
I think No, I was gonna say that I think the problem is just because we rely on it to do everyday tasks, and that's the issue.
I feel like
when our life becomes candid. You really think so?
Yeah, because
I think for some people, but for the majority, people need it to run their businesses for work purposes. I do believe that they can cut down on the social media use.
Can use the laptop,
but we all can. We all can cut down social media use. So, guess it's relative.
Yeah, I do think it is very relative. Yeah, I do get what you're saying.
And I think the people who run these businesses like Apple and Samsung, they know that they know that you need your phone, so they try and make your phone integrated into your daily lives and everything that you do. Like you can't go a day without going on to WhatsApp. When was the last time you didn't go on WhatsApp for 24 hours?
Never. And even if I deleted
Think about
WhatsApp, I
that.
was using Instagram, by the way. I tried fasting
Think
from
about
WhatsApp,
that.
didn't work. I used Instagram. I just relapsed and I couldn't do it. I just felt so
To
lonely. Like,
communicate with people.
to communicate with people, yeah.
Crazy. Crazy. I mean, how much would you pay for WhatsApp if it
Zero.
were to become a subscription based service?
I would move on to another service that's free, and I think everyone else would do the same. I would pay no amount of money,
Telegram
but
maybe, right?
yeah, if I was a rich business person
Okay,
who
what
had
if
the
it's
money,
not life altering? Like 20 rand a month, 30 rand.
20 rand a month is going to compound into a lot after 12 months. It'll be 240
Yeah,
rand, and then that
but
just
because of the
skyrockets.
convenience,
Telegram
20
is
rand.
convenient.
Ah,
Other apps are just as convenient. You know what I'm saying?
I would pay. I
I
would
would.
pay.
That's crazy. I believe you should
I would
save
pay.
money.
No two ways about it.
You should save your money as much as you can, and that's an unnecessary
Yeah.
waste usage of your money, of your resources. If I'm being honest, dude.
What about all of the business connections that are built on WhatsApp and on the conversations we started and we had?
But
And
you are
now
very specific
important
case.
information is.
If you take,
No, I'm just saying, a lot of people. Think about it. Majority.
Okay. Would you pay for WhatsApp if your business relied on it? If I had a business, then that means I'm making money. Then that means I would not mind using WhatsApp, if I'm being honest. Then that's a different scenario. Use a case altogether.
Yeah. True. But I guess for you it's different.
Yeah, for a regular Joe like me,
yeah.
no use.
Now the reason I say that is because I think WhatsApp would make a lot of money if they went to a subscription based service.
A lot of people will also boycott
cash.
them and be pissed at them, just as how people were pissed at Joe Rogan from moving from YouTube to Spotify for his $1 million contract. A lot of people had a lot to say about that, and they were very upset because you couldn't post on YouTube for a while. The users had to strictly go on Spotify to view the Joe Rogan podcast, and podcast is very limited unless you have the premium setup, and I'm not willing to pay a cent on Spotify. No, thank you. And I'm using Spotify's platform. That's the funniest thing. Thank you, Spotify. I love you so much. I'm a broke student. Forgive me. But yeah. Oh, by the way, there's a cap.
I think
there's a cap with
in terms of time.
In terms of
the 10 minutes.
It's about 30 minutes. So I just wanted to make you aware of
that's
that.
Good.
In case you want to round something up. Good. Yeah. Go for it. Sorry.
Cool. What I wanted to say is, I think it's smart from Spotify to tap into the podcasting space like that. That's such a good move from them, because they're niching down to be maybe a podcasting and a music app, and they niche it down. So I think it's very smart that they pay Joe Rogan to move. I think it's very smart because I think it's because I'm sorry. Sorry. Because they're competing with YouTube Music. Spotify needs an edge over YouTube Music, you see? So I think it's fair from their ends. But anyway, you wanted to say something.
Yo, I never thought about it like that.
They're also competing with Apple Music and Amazon Prime. So that's their competitive edge.
Because YouTube Music,
which I think is smart.
I was going to say,
personally, I'm a YouTube Music fan all the way.
Dude, YouTube Music's the way. But of course, the ads are annoying. Oh my god.
You don't pay for YouTube Music.
My friend...
I think it's a good investment.
My friend has a family plan, and he added me to that family plan.
Oh, yeah. But you don't get ads then.
I don't get ads, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to rudely interrupt you while you were talking. I really had something really cool to say. Okay. I was thinking of your editing skills are so amazing, and you're an entrepreneur in this virtual world, and you have so much skills, and you have Google, so you have certificates verified from Google. You should apply to work at Spotify and YouTube and these big companies, and I feel like someone like you would really enjoy working in that space and really make it in that space. Like actually working for those companies. Have you ever thought about
that? What's an entrepreneur, bro?
Someone who's his own, doesn't rely on working for other people, his own boss.
Yeah.
You want to be that.
wouldn't I be contradicting my goals if I were to go work for any company? But if I were to work under somebody else, yeah, the experience will be good. Yeah. But will I be following my dream? Is the question.
But it will help you to achieve your dream because it'll provide you with the people, from YouTube, by the way.
From your
Spotify, you have so much good context if you're an entrepreneur. And also if you're an entrepreneur, you need to develop various skills. You need to develop the grit of doing a 9 to 5.
The hard work ethic.
Yeah, and the job really helps with that. It helps to fixate your day.
Helps with that.
So you have the same thing to do all the time. You have
more structure.
Gym, more structure. You have more structure, order.
More structure.
If you have order, no chaos.
Which can be implemented. And I agree with you. Actually, let me not cut you off. Finish.
No, go for it. No, I finished. Honestly, I finished it. You were going to say something more.
I'm saying you're saying a job adds more structure to your life, right? Agreed. But so does structure planning out your days in Google Calendar, which is what I do.
Fair.
And abiding by the schedule. Obviously, planning it and planning and following are two different things because you are your boss. So you have to tell yourself to get to work. You see? No one's going to tell you to work. You don't have to work because no one's going to come save you. Same way no one's going to do the work.
But not everyone
Am I making sense, brother?
You are, but not everyone has that maturity. But also...
But then everyone doesn't deserve to be an entrepreneur.
Damn,
there's a reason for that too.
Wow. To be an entrepreneur, you have to be very ballsy. And you, my good friend, are very ballsy. And I don't think a lot of people would give that answer.
Define ballsy.
Meaning
define ballsy.
There's this amazing advert by Savannah. And it says if you have apples, Savannah gives you apples. And a lot of the adverts, it'll be a guy drinking the beer and talking to an attractive lady, meaning it gives you confidence. You have a lot of confidence in yourself. And I think what I was talking to you about was a backup plan. But this is your plan. There's no backup necessarily because you're so confident in yourself in achieving this. Sure, your backup plans in your entrepreneur bubble, but you don't have a fail-safe.
But not in the, yeah.
You get me? And it said that you need to be very brave to do that. And that's what I mean by ballsy. And I really admire that.
I mean, ballsy is one way to look at it. I prefer to look at it in a way where I'm not really confident in myself, but I'm more confident in God than me. Because God is the one who's given me these dreams, aspirations, and goals, given me the grit and the virtue to read the books. Because, the books are boring. The things I do every day is boring. So God has helped me through those things, and that's where my confidence is more rooted in God's abilities, not necessarily my own.
It takes a very mature walk in Christ to realize that. And honestly, I'm really happy you have that mindset. Not a lot of people have that mindset. And it's going to get you very far. That's one thing I can tell you. So I know you're going to kill it in the Yappers podcast. And when you do eventually get your spike, bro, that inflection point where everything changes and everything shifts so rapidly and opportunities are flooding left, right, and center. And suddenly there's 1,000 in your account. Suddenly there's 2,000 in your account. Suddenly there's 10K in your account. And you're like, where did this come from? This came from the sleepless nights. This came from the cold showers. This came from me waking up early when I wanted to stay under the wall.
100%.
And I really appreciate that and love that because I don't have the discipline to do that. That's why I admire that. I need a job to get me out of debt. I cannot do that at all. And you're unique, my friend. And I really, that's amazing. I don't think you understand how amazing that is, but the sky's the limit, bro.
I don't think you should. Firstly, thank you. Thank you so much. But I don't think you should be so hard on yourself in terms of you don't have the discipline and stuff to do that.
Bro, I don't.
Maybe just running a business and stuff or being an entrepreneur just isn't for you. There's lots of successful people who are employees. Lots of successful people are employees. Entrepreneurship is a choice because you want time freedom.
to
You
do
see, some
whatever
people are
you
okay.
want
Some people can drive a Lamborghini but still have to work at 9 to 5.
to.
That is possible.
That's
It
not
is
true freedom,
possible.
is it? Wow.
It's not that it's not true freedom. It's that, well, I'm okay working my 9 to
It's
5 as long
not
as I
true
can go to
freedom.
work in a Lambo.
If you can't truly do what you
No,
feel
but
like doing, whenever you feel like doing it, that's not freedom. And I don't mean that in the sense
yeah,
where you go
yeah,
crazy
yeah,
and you
yeah,
party all the time, but you have a very
yeah,
constructed life. Yeah, that takes a lot of
yeah,
discipline.
yeah. The the only caveat to that is you have to work as your form of leisure. So you have to enjoy as an entrepreneur from my ventures so far. I don't know. I don't even know how many years I've been in the game, constant like grind. You have to think of your work as leisure. So when that switch is made in your brain, it's like, okay, I get to work instead of I have to work. You see, it's like it's enjoyable, and when that happens, it literally says in the Bible. I'm sure if a man does what he loves, he won't have to work a day in his life.
Mm.
You're not necessarily working, if you think about it.
How do you, as an entrepreneur, make that happen? When did you, why do you enjoy your work?
Hmm.
Explain that.
Well, I enjoy problem solving. I just enjoy it. And and an entrepreneur's job, by definition, is to solve problems on a macro scale. Macro scale meaning in the world, in some way, providing value, right? And that's where my joy is really rooted in finding ways to provide value to somebody. And and value just means you genuinely want to alter that person's life in some way that is positive. That's what value is. You're genuinely giving back, and that's where entrepreneurship is really rooted in one's ability to want to help people from a genuine standpoint. It's no malicious intent.
How are you positively giving back to the to people, to your customers, to people who
Yeah.
support you?
So, what do you mean? Elaborate.
Because you define entrepreneurship as expressing a positive influence in the world on a macro scale.
Mm. Yes. Well, not a positive influence, but providing value.
Okay.
Because money and value. So money is basically value. You get paid in the system in proportion to the value you add to the marketplace. Does that make sense, or should I like elaborate?
Elaborate.
Elaborate. Okay. So why does a doctor get paid? A doctor get paid a hefty salary, whilst a cashier gets paid a very minuscule amount. Well, obviously because of the skill difference, right? It takes 7 years to become a doctor, whilst it doesn't take many years to learn how to pack bags, right? The doctor's value to the marketplace is all that he had studied, and him saving patients, and obviously, helping patients. That's his value. So that's why he gets paid to the problems that he solves in proportion. You understand? Because he's of the value he provides, which is 7 plus 10 years. That's why in entrepreneurship, the first thing you need to understand is what money is, and money in the system that we live in, this world that we live in terms of money and stuff like that. Money is value. It's an exchange of value. So if I give you value, however I package value, and that's what a business is, packaging value. If I package value in a way that's appealing to you, that will genuinely alter your life in some way, in a positive way, you'll give me money for it because it's valuable to you. But you need to play to people's perception of what is valuable, which I can elaborate on, but that's another topic.
And trust. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trust.
I get you.
Hope that you made sense.
That was a beautiful explanation.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I get to
I
pick your
think
entrepreneurship brain. So, you think?
it's one of the most important things is to understand what money is before you want it. If we all want it, we must all like put our heads down and say, you know what, we want money. All of us do. Okay, what is it? You
What
know,
is money?
it's not just paper. It's not just paper. What is it? How does it work? How can it work for you? You know, that's it. Because if money is still and it's dormant and it's not moving, it means it's not working. If it's not working, it's not making more money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these are
Mhm.
things you need to understand. Concepts about this thing that we want. Learn about it. Define it. Like you do. Define what it is. Go to its root cause, and then everything else will unfold from there forward.
Could you please explain money in terms of the gold standard? Or rather,
Again?
also, no, no, okay, no, rather elaborate on what you're talking about. You said money can't
Hmm.
make money if it's not, if you don't, yeah, yeah, explain, just touch on
If
that.
it's dormant, it's
If it's not,
because
yeah.
I mean, money gets money gets depreciated. No, money depreciates every day when it's not being used. So it's arguably being worth less and less and less every day it doesn't if it stays here. If it stays in a place, it's just being worth less and less and less because inflation.
Mm,
Because of inflation, inflation is always going to rise. That's just how things are. Inflation will always rise. So yeah, I mean that's why you need to have your money moving. And obviously, if I elaborate on that, it means putting it into some sort of business or some sort of investment. Most of the time, when you invest money into a business, it becomes a way of money moving. And when you get cash flow, that's money coming in. But those are different topics I don't want
mhm, mhm.
to dive into. Mainly, don't keep your money in one place,
Yeah, you explained that
in the
really
bank
well.
account.
Bible
Yeah.
says that you must get money from all different avenues, different places,
Mm,
and
mm.
one of the signs of a prosperous man or woman in God is having wealth, having the ability
Yeah.
to take care of yourself. It shows God's
Yeah.
providence and assurance over your life. That's amazing.
Mm,
And wow, yeah, money is a strange thing. I have had weird addictions to money. I found it difficult. Always wanted money when I was young. Found it difficult to attain
mm.
money. My dad never really gave me a lot of money. I wish my dad and mom, my parents, had a system where I could earn money if I did X amount of chores a week, for example. And as a result, it left me craving money when I was older. I thankfully had the opportunity to earn a lot of money, being a tutor, being a teaching assistant during university. And all of that money is not in my pocket now. It's vanished on useless stuff, bro. Yeah, so it's really important to know how to manage it, save it, but also use it and enjoy it. It's really hard to find that balance.
The balance. It all depends about what you want out of life and what you want in that moment.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
it.
an amazing resource. I mean, imagine having enough money to fly to France right now and see me. And then you and I go and smoke a J along the riverbank and I take you to
That
commerce and I show you in France. Like that's the power of money. Do you understand
that's
that? How
ideally that
that's the
yeah
ah,
yeah that's ideally the goal actually to be able to
to
do
have
that.
to do whatever you want, whenever you
That
want.
type of
That's
freedom. That type of freedom.
100%.
Yeah.
French, they would say exactement. Exactly.
And, what I've learned so much and it's been drilled in my brain now is that there is no success, there's no wealth, there's no achieving your dreams without process. What is process? Process is the times where people don't see your struggles. Like like people always see the overnight success, they don't see the 10 years where the person was struggling. They see, they see the mansions, but they don't see the times when this person was crawling with roaches, you know? And there is no success. This is what countless people say, countless books, and I've read it so much. There is no success without progress. I mean, process. I believe I'm in the process. which is why if I don't see the large results that I want to see, it's okay, because I'm in that grind phase.
Well, I think it takes a lot of time to get there as an entrepreneur. It really requires a lot of patience and perfecting your craft and finding your craft.
That humbles you. Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
Say in the Bible,
100%.
God will crucify you before he resurrects you. He will put you down before he
Kill
exalts
the old version of you.
continually.
Kill the old version of you. The flesh version of you.
Yeah. Adam must die, 100%. Is there any biblical question you have to tickle my brain?
Yeah, no, that is your forte. You know, no, nothing really. But you can ramble on, and if anything you've learned from the Bible that stuck with you, that resonates with you right now, I'd be happy to hear.
Have you read the book of Daniel?
No, I haven't. I know the story of Daniel.
In the book of Daniel,
but that's it.
There's 4 slaves from Israel captured by this evil king Nebuchadnezzar in this land. I forgot what the land was called. And they have to do whatever he says. Now, these people believe in God, and God miraculously does wonders in their lives. This one time, the king told them to worship their god, their idol. They refused, and they got sent to the burning fire. And God protected them. He was amazed at God's protection, and the people who threw them into the fire got burnt themselves. So that basically means God will persecute your enemies. God will always, he has your back. Okay. Daniel could interpret dreams. He was really gifted at dreams. He had the gift of dreams and he had the interpretation of dreams. He had 2 gifts. And he interpreted the dreams of the king that drove him crazy, that made him have sleepless nights. And he was rewarded greatly for them because the dreams were given to him by God. And Nebuchadnezzar was amazed at Daniel's God, not their idol.
I have a question. Right? Do you think people still have those types of gifts today?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And how is one able to deduce their gifts?
You genuinely, God will lead you to them. You'll unexpectedly meet them along the journey of life. And also,
but how would you know? How do you know? Like, what if you have a gift that you don't even know yet?
So, for example, one of my friends, Sune, she can really interpret the meaning of my dreams. And every time I have a dream, I tell her, and like a really crazy, intense dream. And she describes so accurately what's going on in my mind during those moments, the emotions I feel. And I feel something resonate in my gut that says, yeah, this is right. This sounds right.
This is right, yeah. And intuition, I understand.
Because the dreams don't come from anywhere. So you ask how you identify those people, you find them, you talk to them, you're an entrepreneur, you network. You network with Christian people and you find out who they are, what they do, why they believe in what they believe. You ask them questions and you become friends with them and you learn about who they are. And if their walk with God is good, they will know those gifts. My gifts, for example, is administration. It's being creative. It's being intelligent in terms of maths.
Yes.
Etc. We all have different gifts.
No, I understand what you mean. I just want to know, like, if you could deduce like that. No, not just that, but how do I say this? I think I might be flopping up here.
No problem.
I won't lie.
Safe space.
I wanted to know if you still believe that people in this age can still, in present age, can still have those type of gifts.
Yes, because I've encountered many people who
have gifts. Yeah.
And for example, I've had many different people tell me the same thing about what I'm going to do in my life for God, like my purpose. Like I'm going to bring my family to Christ. Like I can't believe that. Like my father and my mother being Christian, I can't believe that. Believing in Jesus, I can't believe that. And they all told me that.
But imagine you could do that.
Yeah, and I can't even. So God's
going to imagine you could do that. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, God's gonna walk me through that process. And similarly,
that's amazing.
I in France, I go to this church called Boistery. or church,
That's
large
nice.
international church, and I met this person, and we spent an afternoon together, and she was able to deduce my thoughts before I said it, and
Wow,
yeah, so that was
crazy.
amazing. That was amazing.
So I
She
mean,
has
since
this,
we're talking about women,
there's it.
what? What do you mean? There's it.
It had to come out the moment. Sorry,
That's, he took a drink. He was like,
I
I need to lubricate my
you
throat
know
before the
prepare
before this.
myself.
Uh, how would you cold approach a female?
In France, it's different from South
Okay, I
Africa. It's
guess.
so different.
Yeah, okay. In France, let's make it
France, I'll go up
interesting.
to a girl or I'll just say, "Hi, how are you?" So I'll be like, "Bonjour, salut, bonsoir." Tu parles anglais? Do you speak English? She says, "Yes, great." I'll talk to her about something that catches my eye. Hey, I really like that tattoo you have. Or um, I would maybe ask her a question about the setting we're in, like, "Hey, do you know what time this train leaves?" And
Yes,
through that natural contact, the friction is broken, the wall is removed, and she knows she can trust you. A girl's not going to talk to you or give you a number if she's not comfortable with you. So once you make her feel safe, warm, and loved, she sees your love. She sees your intentions are true. She sees that you're confident. She sees that you
that's
want to approach her.
true.
Yeah. That's how I
Hmm.
would approach a girl in France.
Hmm.
How would you approach a girl in South
Crazy.
Africa? And it's weird.
Uh,
A reason why I say it's different is because French girls
it
are
is different.
very emotionally intelligent. Like
Yeah,
they not they what's the word? They very independent. Like they don't really need you. So don't go in their space unless like you're gonna add value.
fair enough.
So they're not gonna talk
Fair
to
enough.
you, a stranger.
Add value.
You get me? They're not gonna
Crazy.
talk
Yeah.
to a stranger, especially a stranger who looks like an Indian. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have white skin. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bit
yeah,
difficult,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, to walk the
Yeah,
walk.
no, 100%, 100%. That's why I do agree it is different because of the culture. The cultures are too different. You can't just be like always, you know,
Yeah, I
and
would
they
not
won't, they
tell a
won't
girl in
understand.
South
So
Africa always. No, but I get what
you
you're saying.
see,
You
you,
would.
you can do that here via
Okay.
you wouldn't even do it, but I'm saying like the cultural difference
Oh, it's massive.
is obviously plays a role. Obviously plays a role. If I would, how I would pull a hand here, or how I would cold approach a female on this side of the world, uh, I would just go up to her and I would say, "You cute, you cute,"
Yep.
and I want to know your name.
Yep. In South Africa, I would do the same.
I'm straight up,
Be
straight
straight up.
up.
Yep. Yeah. You have to.
The truth is, when it comes to females, why I don't actually just do that more often is kind of because I don't want to be in a relationship. Maybe guys might like think I'm lying, or or I might just think I'm waffling. I'm not. I think I'm a very good boyfriend. I'll be a very good boyfriend. I'm a young man who's got his head screwed on straight, and pretty much I'm done with the bullshit in terms of hoeing around. And I think that um, females know that they'll know I'm a catch, and they'll try and lock me down. And I don't need anybody locking me down right now because yeah, I think I can be I can be I think I can make a girl happy on the multiple on the different layers of the spectrum, like on different on multiple layers of the spectrum. That it would be negative for me to be in a relationship or even entertain females.
What about friendships?
Oh, yeah, I have friends, but the problem is they end up becoming more than friends because that's just my how I am. That's how I am, and that maybe you blame me. Maybe you trying to put the blame on me, but I'm just friendly. I'm just genuinely a nice person. Like if she has a cute giggle, whether she's a 2 or a 10, I'm going to tell her that giggle is cute because it's cute. It's the truth.
Hmm.
You know, I'm not gonna change who I am because she's not appealing. And that's the problem. That's a problem. Females appreciate authenticity. And
Yeah.
I'm always
And honesty,
real 100% of the time.
integrity,
Yeah.
being who you are.
And that's
No,
the
yes.
thing.
Not a lot of people
You know?
do that. Not a lot of people.
Yeah. Let's be put on this facade.
Yep.
Show us the best version of you, the version you think we want to see. Nah, show me you.
Show me you.
You know?
The you that wears pajamas, walks barefoot around the house at night, like that you, like.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
And if you can't do that, well then, I don't want to be with you, you know what I'm saying? Sorry about that tangent.
No problem.
Sorry
What did you
about that
answer?
tangent. Do you mind, why did I ask that? What?
Why?
Why would you approach a hun?
Yeah.
Oh no, just out of curiosity, bro. Just out of curiosity. Somebody invited me to a party next week, and I'm thinking, okay, well, what would Lucille do if you were to meet chicks for the first time, but then you decided to add a spin on it and say only in France? And I'm like, cool, let's run with it. Do you mind if I smoke?
Yeah, of course. Smoke up.
You mind?
No.
I don't think we should put this in the podcast though.
Yeah, do you want to cut it? Cheers.
What
40
you
minutes.
thinking?
It's really good.
Alright, cool. Yeah, let's cut it. Sure. There should have
Okay.
been some good value in